Hello everyone, and welcome back to another YouTube video. If you are new here, then hi, my name is Chloe, and we have a super special video today because I have finally updated my dream address for my blue and white natural themed island called Lacuna. It is inspired by the Silent Princess flower from The Legend of Zelda, and it has taken a good long while for me to update this dream address, so I am really excited for you all to see it. It is very different to the original, and yeah, we've been taking our time, making sure that it is the best that it can possibly be. So yeah, it would be really nice if you could join me as I take you around Lacuna. Now, I will say in advance that please thank me for how I've done this video, because I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning to record this video. Because of Dreamlight Valley, I needed to wake up at the actual time in order to record this video, and I was silly enough to think that 5 a.m. was the perfect time to upload my dream address, so I am doing a voiceover for this video. So let's get started, and yes, let's have a little wander around. Okay, so the best place to start would be my map, of course. So we have our main resident, Chloe, of course. Then we have my partner, Michael. Then we have Hornsby, Flurry, June, Sky, Sasha, Shino, Dottie, Bam, Marshall, and Whitney. Gosh, I went through those very quickly. So these are my residents. Apart from June, they are all blue and white. I just love June. She's such a cutie. But yes, and I've done so much waterscaping on this island. If you have a look at the original video, you can see just how little waterscaping there was on this island. So it was definitely my dream to have as much waterscaping as possible on this island. So I'm really happy with how it turned out. And just showing off the island flag to begin with. It is not my design, but I love that Silent Princess design so much. It's so cute. And we have our resident services right in front of the airport. Not to toot my own horn, but I am very proud of how I managed to deal with that. I didn't realise the mistake I was making when I first made this island, which was founded on the 20th of March 2020. So I've had this since day one, and yeah, loads of cliffs around the resident services, loads of lush greenery, loads of trees, and of course lots of blue and white flowers as well. So I just had to put as much personality into this as I could, including our resident Korok. So when you go around my dream island, which will be in the description box below, there are lots of little Koroks dancing around on my island. So I would like to see how many you find on my island. So we are making our way up to our shops. So we have Able Sisters and Nooks. And fun fact, this is the first part of my island that I renovated when I did my complete redo of this island. I found a picture on Pinterest that was super inspiring, and I decided in the depths of winter, because I could not time travel, let's just start decorating. So this was the first area I did, and I'm really proud of it. I think it's nice to have one shop on a higher level than the other. I don't know, it creates a bit of perspective, and I quite like that. And then we're making our way down to my house. So we have a little well over here next to our ponds. And even though technically string lights probably don't exist in Hyrule, I put it in anyway because it was cute. So yeah, this is my front yard. Lots of picnic spots. I got not the pergola, the gazebo, which I love that design so much. A little washing area, and then a couple of little spots on my beaches as well, which I didn't really decorate, but I just wanted to put some things on there just to create a little bit of character. And yeah, this is my little house. It has not moved since I first placed my tent in March 2020. So let's head inside and see what we can find. So this is the living room, the entryway. So I could have very much gone with a Zelda theme here and gone very medieval, very traveller, cottagecore, that kind of thing. But I thought I kind of want to do my own thing for my interior. So I've gone very cottagecore still, lots of blue and white still, but it still has modern amenities like light switches and all that sort of stuff. But I just wanted to make this super cozy, and I love my little breakfast nook over to the right. It's so freaking cute. And then the back room is our little hobby room, something I really wanted to do for a long time on my island, and it's a nice little reminisce of my new leave town called Home, where I did a room very similar. It was very green and white, and it had a little painting area too, so it felt nice to have this back on my New Horizons island. So yeah, and it's got some blue hydrangeas in the back, of course, a nice little view. So yeah, I really love this room. Okay, and next we have our kitchen. Again, another Pinterest inspiration for this one. I love the seating area, and over on the left-hand side, there's a little pantry, which I saw this on Pinterest and thought it was super cute. And yes, I had the little peach tart because it looks like a rose, and of course, I am Chloe Rosie. That just had to be in there. And I think it was a gift as well from Peachy Sophie as well, so I just thought it was very cute. But yeah, I love this kitchen. And then we have my bedroom, the most infuriating room to decorate just because of the dimensions of this room. But again, I got a little bit of inspiration online. So I have a little getting ready area over here. Can look out across my island whilst I do my makeup in the morning. And then I've got my actual bedroom over to the right with as many villager pictures as I managed to get. Not all of them, but most of them. And yeah, it's a very simple room. I much prefer my decorating skills in New Leaf. But I did what I could with New Horizons, and I think it's still cute. And last but not least, we have a little bit of everything in this room. So we have like a laundry area, we've got a little storage area, and also behind those walls over there, we have our bathroom as well. I just want to point this out, I love those pictures on the wall because it looks like Skyward Sword, Zelda and Groose. So I just had to have that somewhere in my house. But yeah, I love the washing area, that little storage area there. It's a little, very small and petite, but it's cute. And my little tiny bathroom in the back as well, because I realised my character has nowhere to bathe, and I got to my basement and thought, well, let's put it down there and she can bathe. Okay, and back out we come. So we are moving on to our next area, and I just want to point out how amazing the 5 a.m. lighting is. I was very sleep deprived, but I was very proud of what it's brought to this island. The 5 a.m. time of day, just so perfect. And we finally get to my main event, the Sacred Grounds ruins from Breath of the Wild. I think this is probably what most people recognize from my island. The design in the middle is not mine, but the actual creation part is. I love it so much. This is probably my favorite part of my island. It just sits so perfectly in the middle. It leads up to our Castle Town area, a little bit of a spoiler there. And then over to the left, we've got like a woodcutting area. So it just feels like the rest of the island has been built around the Sacred Grounds ruins, which I really like. It feels, I don't know, it just blends in with the rest of the environment, and I love that. And then down here, we have a quick nod to Skyward Sword. It's a little bamboo grove, and I like the bamboo items anyway, but I wanted to do a little training area that is very similar to Bamboo Island from Skyward Sword. So I got this bamboo grove up there, the training area on the beach, which is to me, very Breath of the Wild. And yeah, I really like this area. It's a little bit different. I think it does blend in with the rest of my island, but everything else is very natural and not Japanesey, but I just wanted that little area there, so I just snuck it into the bottom. And then leading up from the Sacred Grounds ruins is Castle Town, which has changed so much over the past few years. I have to do a quick shout out to this seating area up here. I found that in a dream address, and as you can tell by my character, I've never stopped thinking about it, so I had to have it on my island. I will put like a little link in the video. But yeah, so Castle Town's made up of all the different areas. So we've got a fish shop for Lurelin, a little cooking area, a place where you can buy your pottery, which are heroes will break. We've got the Hateno dye shop. We've got a little band which is made of Koroks, for a little nod to Twilight Princess there with Castle Town. And then we've got a little potion shop, a Gerudo area, and over to the right we've got a little Rito post office as well. So my goal was to make it very much like Breath of the Wild, where it's all the different races and all the different communities coming together, and it's how I would imagine they would come together post Breath of the Wild. Like, the world is still in ruins, but they're all coming together. And then this was a very random thing I came up with, but we have a very grand entrance to our seaside Great Fairy. I would love to have a Great Fairy at the seaside. Like, I love it. I love that idea so much, so I made it. And the pink hyacinths, yes, not hydrangeas, pink hyacinths, they're meant to represent the warm Saflina flowers, which I thought was really cool. I don't know if that was my idea or somebody else's, but it was really cool. So yeah, I love this area so much, and I was definitely inspired by Misha Crossing for the Great Fairy Fountain anyway, but I just liked the fact that it was on the not on the island, on the seaside, and I could use the shell partitions, which I love as well. And then we come up very nicely to our museum area, which again has gone through so many iterations. So we have a sunken waterfall, again a dream of mine to have on my island, but I didn't have it on the original dream address. So we've got a little painting area overlooking that, and a bridge leading up to the museum itself. And yeah, I didn't really have a main idea for what I wanted. I just wanted it to look as cluttered as I could make it, which is not very, and just have like a little seating area. I think the maypole blends in really nicely, and it kind of serves as a transition to the next area, which is Tarrey Town. So very much my interpretation of Tarrey Town. The buildings are not blue and white in the game, but I wanted them because it's Lacuna. So we've still got the goddess statue in the middle, we've still got the bell that's rung, and yeah, so all of the villages are based on the characters in Tarrey Town. So for example, here is Hornsby's house, which is based on the family with the kid that wants monster cake. I can't remember any of their names, but that was a side quest. Whitney's house, I think, is where the Rito shop is. This is all in Breath of the Wild. I know in Tears of the Kingdom it's a bit different. Then at the back we've got a little seating area where that rich guy is that wants pictures of guardians, I think. I don't know. Then Sky is based on the Gorons. Dottie here is based on is it Madison? No, that's the kid. Whoever the Gerudo is. And then Flurry and Marshall at the bottom are just like your generic sort of villagers, even though I love them with all my heart. So Flurry has a little garden and Marshall has a little farming area. So I don't know, I was just really happy with this. It's a nice big chunk of my island, and I like having a residential district. I had it again on my new leaf town of home, and right in that bottom left-hand corner there, you see the little Korok under the bell, just a little sneak preview. So you can add that to the list of the Koroks you've now found. I think you ring the bell and get the Korok in the game, so I just wanted to put him in. And then we move on further and back out into the wilderness. So now we're coming to, I was going to say my favourite part of my island, but I said that about the Sacred Grounds ruins. So this is my flower field. I think this is the first thing I did on my island as much as I could, even though I went with blue flowers, which are really notoriously difficult to breed. So thank you everyone who helped me with this. This is inspired by Irch Plains in Breath of the Wild. So this is where you get the memory with the Silent Princess flower. So that's why there are frogs dotted all around. And also my rock circle. Can we just have a moment for the rock circle? She is beautiful. She is magnificent. And it leads very nicely back to, again, I take it back, my favourite part of my island. This is my interpretation of the Spring of Power from Breath of the Wild, or Skyview Spring from Skyward Sword, depending on which game you're looking at. And I will personally go out and be very controversial and say, this is, in my opinion, the best interpretation of the Spring of Power, because I love different people's interpretation of it, but I love that, for me anyway, I've got the waterfalls going from this area here down onto the next tier. I haven't seen other people do that, maybe I'm wrong, but I really love that because it just takes me back to Skyview Spring. So, and it's also got the moon in the background, like from the memory in Breath of the Wild, not Skyward Sword. I think it was Peachy Sophie, who gave me that idea. I just think everything lines up very perfectly, and I'm just very proud of it. So if I sound egotistical, in this case, I don't care, because I'm really proud of this. So again, I think this is one of the areas that my island's known for. I say like I'm a celebrity, I'm really not, but I've seen from like screenshots and stuff, like people like this area. So yeah, so moving along quite swiftly. There's a little shortcut over there, but we're going to leave that. We have another little goddess statue over here with the pergola over it, which again, I love this idea. Somebody's done this before where they've done the ruined arches with the pergolas. Whoever came up with that needs a check in an envelope, because it's a brilliant idea. And when that really noisy motorcycle drives past, we'll get back to the coziness of this video. So this brings us back to resident services, where we'll move along to the next area. So we've got a potion stall there, and on our beach we have a little nod to the side quest from Breath of the Wild with the lady who has the little orb that gets us into the shrine. She wants pictures of the guardians, and you have to go and get them for her. So I don't know what made me think of it, but I just thought that was a cute nod, and I like that side quest. That lady is very silly, and I love that for her. And yeah, so we move along into our next area, which I don't think this has changed too much, but we have a little forest path that we're going to divert from as we head into our Lurelin Village area. So we have Shino and June here. Each of their houses are decorated. So Shino is decorated like the hotel, I think, and June is just like your generic Lurelin Village person. So yeah, I think this is just a simple build, but again, I'm just really proud of it. I don't want it to come across like I'm egotistical. I really just love what I've done for this island and how well it's turned out. So I poured a lot of love into this island, and I really hope it shows. So we next move on to Bam and Sasha's houses, which I purposely put on the tier above, to kind of make them look like sky islands from Tears of the Kingdom. It's kind of difficult to do in Animal Crossing, but I try to do it with the waterfalls. So Bam has a little training area above the clouds, and then on the beach as a little diversion, a little kind of Gerudo-y ruin kind of area. And then we come up to Sasha, who is our resident Bloopy. Again, their house is decorated like a little forest grove, and it's so cute. I don't know what houses will be available during the dream address, but I really hope that Sasha's is one of them, because it's really cute. And it leads us nicely into our next area, which is another sunken waterfall, but a sunken waterfall pathway. Again, I've gone through a lot of many, that was English. It's gone through many iterations, and I don't know, I am really proud of it. I feel like other people have done sunken waterfalls better, but I am really proud of this. I think it's a really nice transition area. And yeah, I think the waterscaping was really difficult. It was really hard to make it look natural, but I think it looks okay. And then over there where I'm standing, we'll get back to that in a little bit. But our sunken waterfall pathway leads us into our last main area, which is Hateno Village. Again, I've gone through lots of iterations. I think this was the last area that I completely redecorated, and I did do a video for that. So I redid my campsite over here, made it into a proper campsite with a cooking area and a goddess statue in the bottom part of the screen there. And just the place you'd want to camp, especially in Hateno Village. Like, if I was going to live anywhere or visit anywhere, it would be Hateno Village. And then we got the farming areas and a little orchard. And this leads up very nicely to my second residence house with all the windmills. I had to have some windmills in there. It looks so good in this light. So this is my resident, Michael. He is at this moment, oh, I wanted a cute picture apparently. At this moment, he is my fiance, and I said to him that I wanted to have a house for him in Animal Crossing. So he said he wanted a house by the river, which I did for him. And he loves Lord of the Rings, so even though this is a Zelda-inspired island, I just made it a very cottagecore house, but we'll get to that in a moment. So we have the blue flame up there, which is our hyacinth lamp. And we're going to get to that bit? Yes. A little spot out on the rocks, which I would like to say is our little date spot. So that little M and C in the rocks there, that was made by the lovely Andrew, one of my mods. But yeah, I just imagine like sitting out there, eating cake, listening to KK Lovers and watching the sea. And I don't know, I'm a sap, so as you can tell. And then we have a washing area on the rocks. I feel like this is very 2020. It's giving that kind of vibe, but I didn't know what else to do for this area. So I thought, you know what, this is cute. It's calling back to our roots with the New Horizons, and yeah, I thought it was really cute. So I put that on there. And I think now we are going into the house. Yes, we are. I really can't wait for you to see this. Here we are. So this is very much inspired again by Hateno Village. I genuinely went into the game and took screenshots of the interiors for Hateno Village. So that table with the flower on, that is pretty much exactly how it is in Breath of the Wild. So yeah, I wanted a really cute, oh, I didn't mean to do that. I wanted a very cute Hateno Village cottagecore space. I feel like to me this is very much my fiance. He loves this sort of stuff. It feels very, very log cabin, very cute, even though he's drying his clothes indoors and they're clearly wet. And then upstairs we have the bedroom. So the design on the bed is actually the design from Hateno Village in the game. Oh, my phone went off, ignore that. And yes, I did that design myself. It's not perfect, but it's cute, I love it. And then in the middle we have a little area to write letters and journal, and I feel like this is where I would sit in this room, whilst over on the right Michael would be playing chess. He loves chess, and also whittling away and making different things with wood, because he loves carpentry and all that sort of stuff. And I feel like this would be perfect for him. He'd just have his little corner to work and play. And there is actually one last area to show you. There is actually another room in Michael's place. Oh, I forgot to say that's like the little notice board in Hateno Village. Yes, there is actually a secret room that I haven't shown you all, and I toyed with showing you it on this video, but I thought instead of finding it yourself, I wanted to have this on the record and you actually see this. So we are going back over to our museum area where you may have seen a pipe earlier on. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump into the pipe and we're going to see a very different side of this island. It is not a horror island, don't worry. So this is our secret room, and it is inspired by Zelda's bedroom in Breath of the Wild. I am so happy with this room. I love doing this so much. So it's full of malice, it's overgrown, it's in ruins. You have Zelda's journal on the table. It's all spooky, and when I did make this area, there is also a body in there, but we're just gonna put that to one side. When I made this area, people complained it was a little bit too dark. So for myself, what I did in this area, I put some red mood lighting in here as well. So I love this. It's a very different vibe, but I just love it so much. I'm really proud of it. So yeah, very different to the rest of the island, but you know what? We all need a bit of spookiness every now and again. Okay, so there we go. There is my island of Lacuna. I I'm so happy with this island. I'm so proud of it. And I really hope you enjoyed this too. This has really been a labour of love. And yeah, if you would like to visit, the dream address is in the description box below. And of course, I have to say, if you like the video, please do give it a like and consider subscribing as well. This is not the last you will see of Lacuna. There will be more videos coming up in the future. So yeah, if you subscribe, then you'll be the first to know when those videos come out. I do a lot of variety of videos, like playthroughs of other Zelda games and things, but at the minute we're doing a lot of Animal Crossing, so it would be lovely to have you here with the community. And yeah, I love you all so much. I hope you'll have a lovely rest of your day, and I shall see you soon. Bye friends!